Gibraltar's development is, we live here, and therefore quality of life is very important to us. And we lobby for holistic planning, for the protection of our natural areas, and for a vision for Gibraltar also, so that it can develop sustainably, so that you have a 5, 10, 15-year vision that is supported by the community and by all parties. At the moment, we have efforts underway that has modernized the Town Act, that has now government has commissioned a new development plan for Gibraltar, and planning has become much more transparent. The whole process of planning in Gibraltar, since we joined, we would not have sat on the DPC. We were offered a seat in 2011 because we were campaigning for planning. If it was behind closed doors, as it had always been before. From 2011, 2012 onwards, the meetings are public. The projects and applications are all public. You can go online and see everything. So that is a huge step forward, that people no longer think there are secret agreements or paranoia about how these things are done. You can actually see, you could put in an application tomorrow, I could, there's nothing stopping you. Whether it goes through the process and ticks the boxes is something else, but anybody can put anything in. Then of course it's up to whether it's suitable, whether it's relevant, whether it's impacting on the environment, whether it's going to impact on people. And of course we have such a small space that we believe as a group, and others do also, that Gibraltar has certain needs for its space, and at the moment the way that decisions are made by the sitting party, they will sit and think, well, we need more sports facilities and we need more schools, and they will go ahead and do this without it having been featured in the plan. So we'll go, what? And once they're built, everybody goes, great, you know, but it's not part of that plan, that cohesive plan that would, in an ideal situation, regulate the amount of development that's going on, because it's quite insane, the associated activity that goes along with a big development is very onerous, it's very heavy on the community, from the noise, the dust, the traffic, and that's on the one side of things. We now also have to consider that if we are going to go forward on a climate emergency pledge, which this government has also agreed there is, then large developments have to be measured in terms of the cost in CO2 terms. Because even though Gibraltar is small and compared to a big city, even a large development here isn't that big, you know, but if we are living part of that crisis, then we have to build according to our needs, and to our needs over the next 5, 10, 15 years. So when the next development plan, which is actually being commissioned privately, which is great, so government are paying for that to be done so that it can happen faster, there will be public consultation. Everybody can feed into that.
So you're going to get involved with that public consultation?
Everybody gets involved. Everybody gets involved, and we have always, whenever there's been a public consultation on all these things, we always respond and prepare. On sitting in DPC, we're always producing our analysis of the impacts on the environment. So this is not a strange thing for us, but the community does. Not everybody responds, but everybody has a chance to respond. But Gibraltar is a very tricky place because it is so small. So you have a political system that is partisan. So part of the goals of the Coalition for Climate Action, where we see transport, energy, pollution, waste, development, and moving away from fossil fuels, those are the objectives of the March Tomorrow, is that everything has to be seen now through the glasses of climate change. Everything, including development, because development is a really big factor. We're moving to a fossil fuel but a cleaner burning LNG power station. This has taken years to get to here. So what we're hoping is that the other old power stations will be shut, which are very polluting. The LNG is cleaner, but it's still a fossil fuel. So we need our green technologies to really accelerate now. And if we are affluent enough to do all this business development and everything, then we should be matching that with the same pace of renewable energy and the same pace of our recycling of waste and the same pace of modernizing our transport and controlling the way transport operates in Gibraltar, so that it provides a healthier environment for everybody, you know. So we see there are solutions on that, and we're very happy to join with 5 other NGOs that we are presenting these issues to all the parties, asking them to try and collaborate, to try and cooperate, so that these long-term decisions and plans can be supported by all parties and doesn't become a political football that has to be fought over. So yes, we have very big developments that are affecting our quality of life. You know, there are, if developments are for the public here and they are affordable housing and this and that, then people here they want that. They want their families to live here and everything. So, but there's luxury developments, there are private developments, and they are unplanned for developments in areas that we think there should be a holistic plan, and that should be respected, and only in emergencies should other developments happen, because we don't have the space basically.